In this video, we are going to find the existence of a substring in a string and its reverse. Hello, I'm Jagan from growwithdata. I am posting this video to share my knowledge in Python language with you. If this assists you in your interview preparation anyways, I'll be happy. I have created a playlist, Python interview questions 51 to 100, and I'll be tagging this video to that playlist. Now let's see a sample input data and we can talk about the question in detail. So we are given a string like zebra and we are asked to find the substring of length 2 exists in the reverse of the input string. So the reverse of the string is A or B, E, E, Z, right? So that is the reverse of Z, B, or A. Okay. So the reverse of zebra is A, R, B, E, Z. Now we have to get a substring of length 2, get Z and E. And we have to check if ZE exists in this one. So it should not be from the right to left, from the left to right, right? So we have Z and no character after Z. But if you see E and E exist in the reverse string. And E and B, no, it's B and E exists, but not E and B. So this one, at least one substring exists. So the output is going to be true. The next one, if you say S equal to A, B, C, D, the reverse of S is going to be D, C, B, A. So if you take a substring of length 2, AB, there is no AB. BC, there is no BC. CD, there is no CD. So the output is going to be false. If there is no substring of length 2, which exists in the reverse, then you say false. If not, if it exists, then you say true. So when you see the previous videos, this question is basically a string manipulation. If you know how to play around with the string and you know how to do a for loop or a while loop, then you can easily answer this question. So first you see what are the basic things we have to know in the string part. So you have a string zebra. So if you want to reverse the string, so how will you do it? First is, you know how to reverse a list, right? So list of S is going to break down the string into elements. So if you want to read only the first two elements in the list, so we say colon 2. So it will get 0 and 1 element. So the first parameter is the starting point. The second parameter is the end point. If I say 2 and 4, it get the index of 2 and 3 and get it 0, 1, 2. So 2 is E and B. So the first one is the starting point. The second one is the end point. If I don't give it, it brings the whole list. And third one is how many index you have to skip. If I say 2, then it will take Z and skip 1 and then go for the next index and then skip 1 and go for the next index. So we get Z, E and R. If I say 3, it skip 2 index position. So after Z, it skip 2 and then get B and then it skip 2, R and A. So you get Z and B. So third element is the skipping part. So if I say -1, what happens? The list itself got reversed. So that's how we do the list reverse part. So when you use a string, you don't have to convert that to a list. You can simply say S of colon 3. So you get 0, 1, 2, right? Zebra, ZEE, 0, 1, 2, you get the answer. So same way, if you don't give the starting and ending point, you get the whole string. And if you give -1, it gives you the reverse of it, right? So this is the way you reverse a string in an easier way. And there is one more way. We say reverse of S. It will give you a iterative string. So the string is iterative, but it's not showing up properly. So if you want to say like convert that to a list, for I in the reverse, it will create a list of elements ZEEBRA, which is reversed, right? So if I want to join the elements in a string, I can use join and get the elements to a string. Since I don't give any delimiter in the join, it all joins together. So for this, instead of giving the reversed part, I can directly, so converting the string, can directly give the reversed. Even then, it will get the iterative object and join to give the string. So I can use reversed and join, or I can directly use the list -1 will convert that to a reversed part. So however you want to do it. You don't have to convert that to a list, right? Okay. So based on this logic, we are going to do our coding part. Let's take this as input. Now we go for the function div growwithdata input string. So I'm going to reverse that first. So reverse of s equal to s : :(-1), right? I'm getting the simpler part. So that string will be reversed. And then I'm going to have a list variable, and I'm going to loop in for I in range length of s -1, because we have to get the substring of length 2. So you don't have to go till the end of the string. You can just skip one position and go the previous one and get the 2 elements from the list, because substring has to be length of 2. So here I get the loop and say if the string slice that to I plus 2. So you get the length of 2, right? The substring will be of character 2 in reverse string. Then you say result dot append the s of I plus 2. So I will append the substring. Now I will return true if there is value in the result, else false. So this in function, what will do? It will just check if the string is a equal to the reverse of zebra is what? This one, right? So if a equal to this, I say EE in A. So it says true. If we say EEE, it says false. So that's what we do. Like in statement, right? So the substring exists in the reverse. If that exists in reverse, then you put that in the result. And then we are going to return true if the result variable has any element. If not, then we return false. So if we say s equal to A, B, C, D, then it's going to return false. So if you want to do multiple test cases, then we can do our assert function and you run multiple test cases, right? Fine. So here, what we do, we are doing a result as a list array. So if you say, go with print result, right? So every time you append to the list and then you are saying pass or fail. But the input, the question is, if there is a match, return true. You don't have to go till the end. If at least one match exists, you simply say it exists, true, right? So how will you do that? You don't have to do a list array. You can simply go with if the exists, then you simply say return true. Or you say if nothing happens, then you return false. You don't have to have a variable and store that and find the length of it. If at least one substring exists, then it's true. We are not finding the what are all the substring we have to track. If you want to track what are all the substring exist, then yes, you have to use a list and then append to it. But what we are looking for is if at least one substring exists in the reverse, just say true. So it returns true if the substring exists. If not, false. Okay. So this one, we are doing a reverse part of it, which is n log n, and then we are comparing both the strings. Now, can we do it without reversing or without getting another variable with a reversed function? So if you see this, when you say z and e, right? When I reverse it, I have to check if it's e z, right? So if I am the z position, I can take the next element and then we check if the next element and the z element exist in some variable, right? If it's equal to, both are elements, the current element and the next element are the same, then when you reverse it, it's going to be the same. So we can do two conditions. One is if the current element and the next element are the same, or the next element and the current element exist in the variable which you just do. Every time you do it, just save it. Just save the two substrings, right? The length of two elements, right? Save it in a variable, and every time when you do it, whether that exists or not, just check that way. So you don't have to completely reverse. Let's see how to do that. You just go with the function growwithdata, and then we just have a mapping, or we can say result. Okay, okay, this mapping is okay because we're not going to return this. We're just going to compare it. So now we say for I in range, the length of s minus 1, because we are going to the end, say if the particular element and the next element I plus 1 are the same, like E and E, right? Or the next element and the current element, right? So we are going to get the next and current, the reverse part of it, in the set variable we declare, right? Then return true. So what will this mapping do? For every time when you do the substring, we say mapping dot add s of I plus 2. So every time when you read the string once, you just add to the set. You can do the list also, list and append to it, but set will have the distinct part of it, right? So, and it will be easier to check on the set rather than the list part of it. Okay, now what we do, we just reading the string one by one and check if the current element and the next element are the same. That means when you reverse, then the next and the current is going to be reversed and going to be matching. Or the next element and the current element, converting that to a reversed part. And you find if the exists in the mapping set. The mapping set is every time you read, you save that in two length, two element as a separate one, right? So you just do that, and then if nothing happens, return false. Now if you call the function with zebra, let me call the function and see if it works. It's true. So if you print in mapping, then you can see. So mapping, it will get ZE, and then next one EE matches, then it breaks. So if you go with A, B, C, D, E, F, right? S equal to, then if you see the mapping will add AB, BC, and then CD, DE, like that, right? You just get into the string AB, BC, CD, and it's going to be unique. It's not going to be duplicated. So if you want to check more test cases, you can go with the test cases. So in that way, we are not reversing the string, but when you read the string, you save that substring and the mapping variable, and every time you compare with the substring you are creating, and then make sure it's going to be reverse matching when you reversed or not. So first one, we did save all the result in the string on the list. And the second one, we took a reversed and then directly you compare with it. don't need to save that in a list. If it matches at least once, return true. And the third one, without doing a reverse part of it, when you read a string, you just save the substring, and every time you compare, you just take the same element or the next and the current element is going to be existing in the mapping variable, right? So if you want to see this code, then you can go to the YouTube channel Grow with Data. This video is going to be in the Python interview questions 51 to 100. If you want to see a Tamil version of it, here Tamil Python interview questions 51 to 100. If you go to the playlist and in the description part, you have the GitHub link, which takes you to the code base, which gives you all the code we discussed. So this one is the 60-second video, and you have the matching substring or the first occurrence search, and the third one, the real-time comparison. So you can get this. If you want to join the WhatsApp channel, you can use the WhatsApp channel link and join Grow with Data WhatsApp channel. Hope you like this video, and thanks for watching.